Hey everyone, welcome home. I'm Jarrell, and I'm just going to share with you a project here that I will be starting this week. I will be turning this 5-string banjo into a 12-string banjo. 12-string banjos are extremely rare. They do exist. I believe Deering makes them to order, but they're quite expensive. They're, I think, around $7,000 or so, quite expensive. I would like to have one in my arsenal so I can use that in my soundtrack work when I'm composing and recording music. It just gives me an interesting voice to work with. Plus I can take this to gigs and put a smile on people's faces with something neat and new. So I purchased this off a listing in Facebook Marketplace. I mostly just needed a hard case, but it can be difficult to find just a hard case. You can buy new hard cases, but if you just pick up a cheaper old banjo on Facebook Marketplace, you can often get a banjo and a case for not that much more money than just buying a brand new case. So that's what I did. I bought this pre-owned from someone, and the case smelled like cigarettes, very much so. It took a while to clean that out, so I use the case when I need to take banjos to gigs. And I thought it would be good to have a banjo body just as a project instrument, just to have. So I already have other banjos. This one is an entry-level one called the brand is called Freedom here. Nothing too fancy. It's a decent, if this was your entry-level banjo, it would not be terrible. It has, the metal body. That's a bottle cap style. So I'll be removing the 5-string neck here, and I will be adding on a 12-string neck. Now this is an electric 12-string guitar neck. You can purchase these. This is how it arrived when I purchased it. The headstock is blank, so you will have to cut that out yourself and drill the holes for the tuning mechanism. So I'll be adding these in myself. You can see that. Now the primary challenge here is extending the back of the neck here to serve as the heel of the neck to fit into the banjo. You can see that the electric guitar neck is not deep enough. It doesn't go back far enough. So what I will have to do is add some material onto there so that we can properly attach this 12-string guitar neck onto the banjo. Now, it is just fortunate that the scale length lines up. You can purchase an acoustic 12-string guitar neck, but that scale length will not line up with the banjo body because the heel of that will generally be around there, so you won't have the correct scale length. This scale length is actually just right to where it fits within the ideal range of bridge placement for the banjo. So that is very fortunate. So the biggest challenge for this project is to add material. So what I'll do is I'll cut a block out, glue it on, and then I'll shape that to match. Now a friend gave me some material here, some hardwood, and I believe he said this was some form of cedar, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't exactly remember. So what I will do is I will measure that out. I will cut out exactly what is needed. I don't want to use too much or too little, but I do want it to look like it fits. So I'll probably cut it there, and then I'll taper it and shape it all to fit just right. And then there will be enough material to then sit that and attach that onto the coordinator rod on the banjo body. And I'll be using, I think I'm picking up extra light or light gauge. I would like the lightest gauge possible. I'm hoping for extra lights for the 12-string guitar gauge to fit on there. And then I will have a 12-string banjo. This is the standard 11-inch pot size for banjos. It's the most common one. In general, you would want a bigger pot size for your banjo, and when I say the pot size, it's really just the diameter of the body of the banjo itself. In general, you would want a larger body because the larger the resonating surface, the larger that is, the better it can handle wolf tones and more vibrations. Because you have the 12 strings, you have octave pairs, a smaller body will become messy, noisy, and muddy. It's better to have a larger body but it's quite difficult to find larger diameter body banjos for a low price. And really, I'm not a professional luthier, I'm a cowboy luthier, and so I can make instruments to some degree, I can smash them all together, but I'm by no means a full-time luthier. I certainly don't have time for that in terms of my daily schedule. I'm quite busy with my work, so I do have time to modify instruments and put them together. If you had the right tools, you could just make a whole banjo pot yourself. I don't have the tools, I don't have the experience or the time for that, but maybe one day I'll have a little bit more free time and then I'll learn how to do that. Until that day comes, I will just be modifying banjo parts. There's a number of custom banjos I have that I've built this way, just taking off the shelf parts and modifying them and putting custom necks on, and they all serve me extremely well. So I'll be happy to share more of those. I've got a fretless bass banjo, octave mandolin banjo, plenty of cool things to share with you. So anyway, that's the project that I'm working on today. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at that. Hopefully my upcoming video, or one of my upcoming videos, will be just showing you some of the work that's gone into this, and hopefully it won't take too long to make this banjo. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, be well, and I hope you come again soon.